Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing all the things. We are going to just power through and get it all done. This was actually a Friday. I had an unexpected day off. Liam was feeling a bit under the weather and had not slept at all the night before, just a head cold. But he couldn't breathe, so he didn't sleep well, which means I didn't sleep well. But this really worked out. I normally save a lot of my housework for the weekends, just because by the time we get in, we make dinner, we get Liam a bath, put him to bed, there's not a ton of time to get a lot of stuff done. So I do a lot of it on Saturday morning. But having this day off, I was able to get it done and free up my weekend, which was wonderful. So we are going to finish up the dining room and get the kitchen straightened up and cleaned. I had several loads of laundry that I needed to get done. Some were already in the dryer waiting to be put up. There was a load in the washing machine. There was actually a load that was out of the dryer and needed to be put up. So I had my work cut out for me in the laundry department. And then I needed to unpack. I don't have time to unpack from the beach. So we will tackle that. And then I desperately needed to give my master bathroom some attention. It was clean when we came home from the beach. I made sure the whole house was clean before we left because I love coming home to a clean home. There's so much to do once you get back. Cleaning my house is the last thing I want to do when we get back. Are you the same way? Let me know down in the comments. Do you clean before a trip or do you wait and just clean when you come back? I also have a crock pot meal I'll share with you. It is not really a recipe. It's more just rummaging through the cabinets, seeing what we have and throwing it all together, hoping it comes out well. So stick around, like this video if you want to see more of this content, subscribe if you haven't, and let's get to it. I forgot to show you the solution I am using. I got this from Go Clean Co. on Instagram. If you're not following her, you need to be. It is extremely hot water, a little bit of powdered Tide, and just a little bit of Clorox. You can go to her Instagram page for the ratios on those. I will link it down below. I like to wipe it off with this and then I let it sit for 6 minutes to make sure the Clorox has time to disinfect. And then I actually go back over it with the Method Granite Cleaner, mainly because I have it and I really like the smell. And sometimes if I get a little bit too much Tide or Clorox, it will make my granite countertops cloudy. And so the cleaner just gets rid of all of that. One of the major things I really like about staying in a condo is that I'm able to have all of our laundry clean before we come home from our trip. So this was a big time saver when it came to unpacking our suitcase. All I really had to do was unpack and put everything up. So that was great. This was around 12 or 12:30, and I had just thought about dinner. I still had a lot to do, so I pulled out my crock pot and I pulled out some chicken quarters from our deep freezer. I buy these in a 10-pound bag from Walmart and then just split them up and freeze them and use them as we need them. I am putting them in there with the bones, the skin, everything. We will worry about all of that later. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go. A lot of times if I'm doing it in the crock pot, I will do like Mexican chicken or a white chicken chili, something like that. So I was just looking and seeing what I had. I didn't really want to go the Mexican route. So I found some Italian dressing seasoning, which if you've never used this, buy it on your next grocery run and you will not be disappointed, I promise. I had about half a pack left over of that, and then I cannot remember if it was au jus mix or brown gravy mix. I pretty much use those interchangeably, especially if I'm using it for a seasoning. And it's really good just to kind of, if you just want to add just a little bit of extra flavor to something. So I added it to my cream of chicken soup. I had a can of whole kernel corn and a can of diced tomatoes. I added just some different seasonings. I follow a girl on TikTok that says measure with your heart, and so I measured with my heart and just measure to taste. Whatever tastes good to you, do that. I'm just going to pour that directly over the chicken and we will check on it later. Tackling our master bathroom. This is something that I always say I'm going to do better about through the week, and then I don't wake up in time on a weekday morning, and so I'm rushing out the door. Curling irons, all that are still hot, so I just leave them, and I just leave everything. And so by the end of the week, it is so cluttered, and it doesn't take very long to just straighten it up. It's just something that we've got to get better about. And I know you've seen Liam a couple of times in his pajamas in this video. That is a rule. If you are sick, you get to stay in your PJs all day long. That was a rule when I was growing up, and that's the rule in my house now. That laundry behind me is, I swear, laundry is the bane of my existence. I try really hard to stay on top of it. This week, however, we were having an issue with our dryer. It was making a screeching sound, which Will's fixed it now, and I'm back caught up on my laundry. But I've been putting it off because I would always put it laundry in the washing machine and the dryer right as Liam was going to bed. And he still sleeps in our room. And so our laundry room is right off of our bedroom. And it was just so loud. And so I'd been putting it off and it had backed up quite a bit. And that was something we definitely did work on this video. I found Liam's sunglasses from the beach. Those lasted a whole maybe minute and a half until he had thrown them off and went on to something else. I'm just cleaning out our duffel bag from the beach. We put everything from toiletries to jewelry. That's just kind of our catch-all bag. So I'm just straightening up the rest of this. And then tell me if this happens to you down in the comments. Do you get sidetracked? That's what happened with dinner. It suddenly hit me I needed to fix dinner, and so I just kind of dropped everything and went and started dinner. So now I am finishing up hanging up all the clothes. I think these are actually still from our trip. This is actually quite a bit later. Liam and I went down to see my mom for a couple of hours to get out of the house. This had been in probably about 5.5, close to 6 hours. Will wasn't home from work yet, so I'm taking it out. I'm going to go ahead and just pull off the skin. You can see how easy it comes off. Remove the bones, and then I go ahead and shred it. I thought I had cream cheese, but I did not, so I put some ranch dressing in there just to make it a little bit creamier. Added my chicken back. I ate this as a soup, but I made Will and Liam some rice to go with it. It really turned out so good. It'll probably be something I will make again, and it just goes to show you don't always have to have a recipe. Just go with what you think will taste good and see what happens. Thanks so much for spending the day with us. I hope you've enjoyed watching us get it all done. I will see you in the next video.